started making names right away. And I loved it. I was robbing drug dealers and taking their gold right off their neck. And the shit we did, who's going to call the police on you? A drug dealer?
I can identify with anything that was normal, to be honest with you. But I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
99% of the time, you're going to disagree.
Just like the Donnie Brasco situation with Lefty.
Yeah, because the reason why, they figure it this way. You brought this guy around, he ratted on everybody, now he ratted on you. You might turn around and join him and rat on us, so we get rid of you, there's no connection between there and there, and they get rid of you.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a lot to talk about. Rat scratch fever. Seems like a lot of people got it nowadays. But today we're going to be talking about Mr. Gene Barillo. So they sealed his indictment. What does that mean? That means you can't see it. Luckily, I downloaded it before they sealed it. So we got to see what's blacked out on the indictment. I can read on the other paper what's not blacked out. I'll show you. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Now, there's some pretty damning evidence against Mr. Barillo. It seems to me like he is pretty screwed. So everybody knows he's locked up right now. They moved him down to South Carolina. Why? Well, when you get sentenced, they move you from a county jail, which in the feds, I don't know why they would send him all the way down to South Carolina when he has a court date in the same month. Doesn't make any sense. So all you got to do is put the pieces to the puzzle in place. It's not that hard. What's going on, Latin Beauty? How are you? Latin Butterfly 01, how are you? Bob, how are you? Cindy, how are you? Shout out to everybody out there that takes the time to watch my show. I really appreciate it. So let's take a look at these documents. Oh shit, you can't see nothing. How come? Probably because I'll give you guys a hint. There's a rat on the case. Can you guys guess who the rat on the case is? Take a wild guess. Who can it possibly be? You guys know who it is. Now, anybody who is around any of these individuals on this thumbnail right here, do you think that if you got arrested next to any of these individuals, they would be stand up and they would take their charges? I highly fucking doubt that. They already proved that they will not. So why did they black out the indictment? Because there's things that Barillo is going to be talking about that they don't want you to see. Look, they blacked out a lot of this. Good thing I'm on top of it, huh? Now, let's take a look at this paper. So it says Barillo also committed the crime of stalking in violation of Florida Penal Code, which is another violation in terms of his supervision. On September 8th, 2022, Barillo was arrested in violation of an order of protection filed against him by victim 1. So now this is what's blacked out coming up. In addition to the charges of violations, significant evidence that Barillo had continued to engage in other destructive, illicit, and menacing constructive conduct since his release to Florida on June 15, 2022. In September of 2022, federal agents executed judicially authorized warrant to seize Barillo's cell phone. So they found a cell phone, and guess what they found in the cell phone? They found communications between him and someone else. What does it say? It says, in the phone, including communications between Barillo and co-conspirator. So now, co-conspirator, I know you're down there in Florida right now. I would be very worried if I was you, in which they discussed stalking and threatening a victim, victim 2, on September 2nd, 2022. At 10:48 p.m., co-conspirator 1 sent Barillo a screenshot of a text exchange between co-conspirator 1 and victim 2, as well as a photo of victim 2. For example, co-conspirator 1 sent Barillo an address at which victim 2 was located, along with a message, "I'm going to kill this motherfucker." Barillo responded at 10:52 p.m. writing, "I got this." At 10:53 p.m. writing, "Bro, I'm cracking him." At 1:22 a.m. on September 3rd, co-conspirator 1 texted Barillo, "I wish I had a GoPro when all this went down. OMG." And Barillo responded back, "Bro, he's such a herb. He can't talk tough no more." Do you guys know, like, that this is what's sealed in his indictment? Do you know what else is sealed in his indictment? Let's take a look. It goes on and on. So, on September 3rd at 1:38 p.m., the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office arrived at a lounge in response to a call by victim 2. Victim 2 told police that the previous night, September 2nd, at approximately 10:50, he was servicing patrons at the bar when an unidentified male subject entered the lounge and began yelling at him to go outside and talk. ID at 6. So the dude's name's out here, on here. The subject told victim 2 that he sent co-conspirator to deliver a message. "You're fucking dead." Victim 2 also saw the subject lift up his shirt and reveal something black in his waistband before he left the lounge. A witness captured 2 photos of the subject's black SUV leaving the scene on September 8, 2022, when Barillo was arrested for stalking. Traffic stop photos showed he was driving a black SUV. Barillo's text messages reviewed during the warrant revealed further potential criminal conduct. Co-conspirator 1 sent Barillo a picture of a firearm. Co-conspirator 1 also sent Barillo referring to straw purchase of firearms and references to a shotgun. I think Genie Boy's in some deep shit, and whoever, well, I know who this person is, but co-conspirator number 1, you're fucked. I believe Mr. Genie Boy is going to tell on you, just like he told on his former crew. Do you think he's going to stand tall for you? Do you think he's got your back? I fucking doubt it. This is all the shit that's blocked out in the indictment. Wow. Law enforcement discovered that on several occasions, Barillo referenced his personal use of controlled substance. For example, on August 28, 2022, Barillo texted co-conspirator 1, bring me my steroids. In other conversations via text message, Barillo discussed steroids, Xanax, pills, whiny, steroids, and juice. Wild shit. And there's so much more. It goes on and on. But I'm not going to give it all to you in one shot. What's going on, everybody? I think these dudes are in some deep shit. Now, why on earth would anybody trust any of these people when they proved in their past life that they are not to be trusted? None of them. Especially all of them. Look at this Omerta tattoo on his arm. Must have meant a lot to him, huh? How are you, Stacy? I got so much more videos to share with you guys. Man. All right, this is it. This gets good. So this is the part where Barillo, remember, he had his friend write a letter to court for his job at the roofing company, right? Well, this is Gene admitting that he lied to court in the text messages on the phone they found. It says significantly in a separate series of text messages reviewed, Barillo admitted to lying to the court and probation. Specifically on May 10th, 2022, Barillo texted an associate, fucked with probation. On May 18th, 2022, Barillo texts, someone called my burner number. On July 11, 2022, Barillo texts co-conspirator 1, if my PO calls here, I'm done. I lied again. Barillo's criminal conduct has continued since that time. On October 23rd, 2022, victim 1 told police that she was fearful of Barillo after yet another domestic incident that had taken place on October 21st, 2022. On or about December 10th, 2022, the defendant was arrested on burglary charges in Pinellas County. On or about January 11, 2023, the defendant was again arrested by Pinellas County Police Department for stalking. The defendant should be arrested and sentenced to, the defendant should be sentenced to 36 months in prison. So he didn't get this 36 months in prison. He got 6 months for. How do they get personal text messages from the victim? No, they're not text messages from the victim. They're text messages that he was talking to a co-conspirator about the victim. And if there is ones to the victim, it's because the feds have his phone. So they read the messages that come in. So they have them all. Like every message he sent on the phones, he thought they weren't watching, but they were. And They have all of them. Victim, co-conspirator 1, co-conspirator 2. So I know you're down there in Florida, whoever co-conspirator 1 and 2 are. I'm pretty sure I got it figured out, but that's not me to put them on blast. They know who they are. Whoever deals with these type of people. Bad idea. It's a fucking bad idea. Because they showed their true colors in their past life. Why the fuck would you trust them now? You think they changed? You think what? They were cooperating against bad people? They won't do that to me because they're my friend? Get the fuck out of here. None of these dudes are nobody's friend. They're friends to no one. And they get, the feds can get your text messages, especially when you're on federal parole, like federal supervised release. It's kind of like parole for the feds. You can't fuck around. So on this document too, you know what they talk about? Here, let's scroll through a little bit. They talk about Mr. Borrello going on the internet. Here's where he lied about the roofing company. Here's where he totally lied about that shit, about removing snow down in Florida. Stupid. So he went to Florida without permission. That was one of the things he did. Right here. Okay, for example, in a YouTube video, he entitled, "Getting Violated by Probation and Going Back to Jail." Borrello discussed his version of the violation incident and provided a backstory regarding his ex-girlfriend and her husband. Borrello made disparaging remarks regarding his ex-girlfriend's husband, stating, "I'm not your fucking fat, goofy boyfriend, husband from Long Island. That fucking fat, I got nasty. I'll blow your head off." Borrello also discussed in other incidents where organized crime associates described private information about these individuals, including information about an organized crime member's wife and her sexual activity. Borrello also made other comments regarding shooting rats. He should shoot himself then. And glorifying violence within the community of Howard Beach, Queens. As another example on a YouTube video named "Do You Smell That?" Borrello described how he and Ronald G. Alonzo, a federal convicted felon and former acting captain of Bonanno crime family, assaulted a victim recovering money. Borrello glorified the incident by explaining that he was using brass knuckles hitting the victim. Borrello stated that in the video, "Ronnie, do you smell that?" The dude shit himself. He literally beat the shit out of him. Borrello further described bringing the victim back to the victim's residence, where Borrello continued to physically assault the victim in front of his family. In the end, Borrello explained how dangerous it is when you owe money to the mafia. On November 16, 2021, the defendant pled guilty to charges 1 and 2, July 30th, 2021, violation report. So that's that. But anyway, there's a lot more to go with this. Just getting started. Yeah, man, fuck these rats. He said on the paper for his job that he was removing snow in Florida. He said that was his job. Goes to show how bright this guy is. This is how bright this guy is, all right? He escapes the bullshit at court, right? And then he comes out and does it.
I'll tell the judge and prosecutor to suck my dick like I done before. Okay?
Okay. How'd that work out for you that time? Good?
I'll tell the judge and prosecutor to suck my dick like I done before. Okay?
Dude's crazy. He changes his tone right here, though.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door.
And whose card is on file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix the door for you.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged.
I'm suing you. I'm taking you to court.
I'm fixing it.
Too much. Get it together, Gene. Get it together. And I would, if I was one of the people that had any dealings with Gene down in Florida, I'd be nervous as a motherfucker right now. Damn. Gino's talking. That ain't good for you. But that ain't my problem. But I got some new guests coming on, and I'm going to be showing you guys something pretty incredible very soon. You guys will be blown away. I got some more interviews I'm going to be dropping. I got there's another part with Rob Rosso. It's probably about a half hour long. The rest of it is pretty good. That's why I re-put up that interview with Rob Rosso, because I thought it was it's important to look back at that type of shit and understand what he was thinking about when he was no, he was talking to his girlfriend at the time. So Rob is talking about what it was like to get a life sentence and get another chance. And then for everything to happen the way it did, and for him to be back in prison and fighting for his life again when he already got out of that. I mean, it goes to show you that life can take a drastic turn pretty damn fast. And there's really no fair warning before something like that happens. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I did speak with Mr. Ramundi today. He did say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. He's been busy, but I did ask him to come on. But things got, we have to line it up. He's moving snow in Florida. That's what he said. Pretty bright, huh? Shout out to Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire. Shout out to Ann Bick from Locked In with Ann Bick. Shout out to Jared Tillinghast. Shout out to Randy Marshall. I'm going to be dropping, I got another interview that I did with Gangland Wire, Mr. Gary Jenkins. I got to drop that. I got another interview with Ignacio Esteban I'm going to be dropping. There's a couple other ones. I forgot the names. Let me check. Oh, the interview I did with Joey Catalano. I'm re-editing that one. That one's pretty dope. The Robert Rosso one. So I got a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. And I got the interview I did with Kobe Cobb, the dark web kingpin. So he started a drug business on the dark web. He ended up getting caught, and he told me the whole story. So I'm going to be dropping that video very soon. And it's a different type of interview. I did it in person. So it's not like, internet interview. And I got a huge interview tomorrow. You guys will be blown away when you see this interview. I like to get people that are a little bit outside the box. And I'm going to bring you some people that you are going to be amazed at. But if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad. And remember, don't be a bitch.